Hello friends, welcome back. This is Nima. Today I'm making a card inspired by Irene Smith. She made a card where she used a Christmas wreath, but this time she added hearts because it was a Valentine card. So I'm using that same concept, but I'm using the candy jar from Trinity Stamp and the hearts in the stamp. I found these hearts that they have the inscriptions already in it, and these hearts are made of wood, very thin wood, and those are the ones that I'm going to put inside of the shaker because this is going to be a shaker card. I'm also using the stamp Simply Sentimental You with the coordinating die. And the first thing that I need to do is stamp the jar. My intention is to use embossing powder, and the embossing powder that I'm using is from Hero Art and it's called Rose Gold. So I'm stamping my image in here and using that embossing powder. I'm stamping a couple times because I want to make sure that it gets stamped really well. This is a very pretty um, gold. It's actually more like a orangey. And once I have that set, I'm going to work on the background. The stamp set brings the die to cut the silhouette of the jar. And I'm going to use the stamps. Um, I'm sorry, I'm going to use the stencils to create the background. For the stencils, I'm using the heart. This is the one for the lollipop, but I'm also using the upper part, the heart. And I'm using pink and purple. I'm also using blue. You'll see me using blue to add a little bit of a shadow. And what I want is to create this background that is full with these hearts. I have two different hearts, a big one and a small one. So I'm going to add them all around to create the background using, again, the pink, the purple, and a little bit of the blue. Once I have all this ready, then I can add some splatters, and I'm adding splatter in both colors, the pink and the purple, and I'm adding splatters in different sizes. So you'll see me using two different brushes just to create that effect in here. Now that I have all that done, while that is getting dry, I'm going to add a little bit of color to my jar itself, and using the stencil, I'm going to add a shadow on the left, and on the right I'm using a color, it's called actually sea glass, and it's just to give it dimension, a little more dimension to this jar in here. Just a little bit of a shade on either side, and here we'll do it. Once I have this ready, it's just a matter of putting all these cards together. And the first thing that I'm going to set in here is the shaker itself. I cut a piece of purple that is going to be my background. And I added already the foam tape to the front of the card. And I'm adding all these hearts so you can see them through it. The hearts, they need to be in the correct position because you're going to be able to see them and read them. There is enough space for them to move around, but they cannot flip. So when I put them in the card, I need to make sure that I put them in that order, in that position. I'm adding also some foam shapes and hearts, also different colors, white, orange, blue, and pink. And I just made the mistake of dumping everything inside of the front panel, and now I have to flip all my hearts in here. But once I have that done, I just have to glue my the back of my card in here. The size of my card is 3.5 by 6. This is a mini slim line, And I got this in here. I just have to make sure that it's glued completely. And once I put it on my card base, I just need to add the jar on top. And my card is almost ready. It looks really awesome in here. I use some um, dotted glue dots to attach the jar to the acetate, and I'm using from the U the Simply Sentimental, the thin one, and also in that set there's some strips, sentimental strips, and I'm using love and so much. So the card at the end will read, love you so much. I like to use that glue that is like a pen because it's easier for me when I'm using a die that is so delicate as this one. This is a very pretty die. For the strip, I'm using the regular Trinity Stamp glue, and I'm putting that on the top, and then the so much on the right hand side corner. So it reads, love you so much, and my card is ready. This is a very easy and cute shaker in here. I hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.